Most leaders don't plan their time, they just spend it. And if that's true, then before we build a better week, we need to have a better understanding of the one that we are actually currently living. So I want to walk you through 6 clarifying questions that will help you build a better weekly rhythm, the kind that actually exposes what's going on beneath the surface. So here's the deal. Don't rush this. Actually, what I'd strongly encourage you to do is pause this video just in a moment and go block off 30 minutes on your calendar to spend some time working through these questions. If you can do it right after the video, great. If it needs to be later, all good. Just schedule it, please. And answer these questions and be brutally honest, even if you don't like the answers you're giving right now, because you can't change what you don't name. So let's dig in. The first question I want to ask you is, what is stealing your time? Not what's filling your time, what's stealing it? What are the things that are constantly pulling you away from the things that actually matter? And I bet there's some things that are already coming to mind. What are you spending a lot of time on that is not actually giving you a good return on your investment? Might be unnecessary meetings, last minute requests, things that feel urgent but aren't actually important. As you think back to recent days, weeks, or months, I just want to encourage you, list those things out that are actually stealing your time, and they're going to come in crazy helpful in our next session. So, next question. What is missing from your week? What's not showing up in your calendar right now? Is it some focused work time or creative space? Maybe it's time to think, or actually some time to lead. I know for me personally, what was missing when I went through this was focused time to think big picture for myself, for my team, and for our church. Time to think and dream and get imaginative and be inspired, And as I thought about this question, I realized that my natural tendency was just to work in the team and not on the team. So I had to list that out to say, I got to make time for this and name it as a priority to spend some more big picture and dream time. So I don't know what it is for you, but I'd love to know what's missing from your week. Question number 3, who are you investing in? Who are the volunteers, the staff, or the people around you that you want to intentionally invest in and develop? Look, this doesn't happen by accident. This happens with intention. And this is a tough question for many of us because it's one of the very first things that get squeezed out when our schedules get busy and overwhelmed. And yet it's actually one of the most important things that we can all do. I've found over and over again that the best leaders and teams are not bought. They are built. And they're built up from leaders like you actually spending intentional time with them. So, what actually gets your time each week? Your team, key leaders, or just whoever needs something from you next? Pause and take a moment to consider the people you are investing in. Question number 4. What tasks and routines are driving your week? What are the things that are constantly taking up space? Might be meetings or services, recurring tasks that happen each and every week. I know for production leaders, it might be a service and stage prep, getting everything ready for things to run smoothly that weekend. For communication leaders, you're constantly mapping out the week's social media posts or stage announcements or countless other things. Look, we all have those things every single week that are tasks and routines that are not somebody else's job, even though sometimes we wish they were. They're our job to own. So I want you to take some time to list out those tasks and routines that are essential to your week working well. And if you can, I'd really encourage you to estimate how much time you need to budget for each task. Okay, so these last questions, I'm just gonna warn you, they might sting a little bit because they did for me. So buckle up. Question number 5, is your current pace sustainable? We all know that there are just certain seasons that are just a grind. Christmas, Easter, camps, you know it because you've known it and lived it and you got the scars to prove it. But here's the problem. When those 70 to 80 hour work weeks turn into your new normal, you can quickly find yourself in a completely unhealthy and unsustainable pace. So, is your current pace sustainable? Or another way of thinking about this actually is, can you keep living your pace you're leading at right now for the next year without burning out or losing focus or sacrificing what matters most? Take a moment to truly wrestle with and consider, is your current pace sustainable? Question number 6. When is your Sabbath? When is that time that you are not producing, not responding, not carrying the weight? When is that time when you delight yourself in the Lord and truly remind yourself that you are not what you do? You are not your work. You are a loved child of God. When is your Sabbath? Look, I know when I truly wrestled with this question, I didn't like the answer I was getting. And it caused me to actually take a good hard look at my calendar and to not give rest and Sabbath my leftovers, but to intentionally budget Sabbath first. So, how do you feel about these answers to these questions? Good, bad, ugly, a little bit of a combination of all of it? If you're like me and everybody that I actually walked this exercise through with, you will see that there's some things that are missing, some things that actually probably need to change, and probably some things that just need to go away.